Hi guys, I'm Eric.
I'm Stephany.
And welcome to our very first vlog.
Hi!
So we've been talking about doing this vlog thing for a while now, and we thought, new year, why not start it right now? It's a good start to the year, something new, something fun, something exciting for us to be doing on top of the crazy hectic lives we have going on as it is. But yeah, it seems like it'd be a fun thing to do. It was actually Stephany's idea. She brought it up to me. She's like, hey, what would you think about doing a couples vlog?
Would you be down?
Yeah, she's like, would you be down?
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, I'm kind of a private person. But when she brought it up to me, I was like, you know what? That could be fun. I used to actually vlog a while ago, and then I just stopped doing it because it was not that fun. I was doing everything by myself, and it was just not as fun. But then when she brought it up, I was like, yeah, actually, that'd be awesome to do a couple vlog. So here we are. Our very first video.
Yes.
And we're going to be hitting up a bunch of different topics on this channel, like relationship advice. Not that we're experts or anything, but
we just like to give our perspective.
Yeah, just our perspective. So don't take it as professional help. We're definitely not that. We're in a pretty healthy relationship, and we're both pretty smart, so we can give you our point of view on things.
Yeah, and especially just like being young.
Yeah, dating in 2019 with all the craziness that we have to worry about nowadays.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world out there.
It really is, though.
But we're also going to be doing the typical YouTube challenges. We're going to be doing a little bit of food vlogging. We live in beautiful sunny San Diego, even though it's like dusk right now.
Yeah, but it's still beautiful.
It's still beautiful. So we're going to show you around the city and show you our favorite spots. And if you guys have any suggestions, please don't be afraid to leave a comment down below to let us know what you guys want to see, and then we'll make it happen, because we want it to be just as much about you guys as it is about us.
Yeah, we want to make it feel as a journey, like we're on this journey all together.
Yes. Anyway, on this very first video, we're going to be talking about how Stephany and I first met. Rewind about 5 or 6 years. I owned a company at the time. There was like a fashion and clothing line company, and we were sponsoring our event that she was performing at. At the time, I really didn't want to go because it was like a beauty pageant, and it's not really my thing. And the girl I was with at the time, she was she had won some sort of beauty pageant before, so she was like all about it. She's like, no, we should go. It could be fun, you know, you never know. And you never go to any of these things. You should probably start going to them. And I was like, I don't know. I'd rather stay in and just relax. And I was kind of burnt out from doing a bunch of other events. So
it's draining.
It is draining.
It's so draining.
Just to be on all the time. So I was like, no, let's just skip this. But of course she won. And then so I ended up going. I get there, and honestly, I was bored out of my mind. The event,
like, this is why I didn't want to go.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just not my type of event, you know. It's nothing against that world or industry or anything. It's just not my thing. But I think they were having like a little break or something, and they started introducing these performers, and I was like, okay, cool, because I love music. And then they introduced the group that she was in.
Not a band.
Not a band. They introduced the group that she was in.
Yeah.
And she came out with her other members.
Yeah.
They did their thing, and I was blown away. Like, they look like legitimate rock stars. I was like, oh my gosh, these girls are amazing. Like, they can dance, they can sing, they got stage presence. I was like, everything that I want my company to be about too. I was telling my girlfriend, hey, like, they're great. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, we should sponsor them. And she's like, yeah. Not 5 minutes passed where I feel a tap on my shoulder.
Surprise.
It was their manager. And he's like, hey, we love your stuff. You know, the girls want to work with you. Would you be interested? I was like, heck yeah, I was actually just talking about it. And he's like, do you want to meet the girls? For sure. So I met the girls after the event. And they were all really, really nice and really friendly. Stephany was a little bit quiet.
Yes.
She was a little bit quiet, but she was still very sweet.
I'm expressive on stage. That's how it is. Just go into a different persona.
Yeah, she was really quiet, but very sweet. And then their manager's like, hey, you want to tell them the good news? And I was like, okay, yeah, like...
all the pressure?
Yeah, I was like, all the pressure. And I was like, yeah, sure. No, I was like, basically, I want to sponsor you girls with clothes and photo shoots and anything you guys can possibly need. You know, I've got you. I believe in you guys, and I want to support any way I can. And they're all really nice and grateful. And then so as time went by, I think I worked with them for like 1.5 years, 2 years, something like that. I would always notice Stephany bringing like her books to all the photo shoots and video shoots, and just like always being so studious. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's really impressive. So yeah, we kind of talked a little bit here and there, like nothing crazy. It was always really professional. I don't know, I just started admiring her more and more. I mean, obviously she's gorgeous and insanely talented, but it was always something else there. And then life happens, of course, and then so we kind of stopped talking. After that, fast forward even more, so like 5 or 6 years, I was single again. out of another relationship, and for whatever reason, I'm like, hey, just text her. Yeah, I'm just gonna text her or DM her and see what she's up to. And I honestly didn't expect a response back because I thought in my head, like, she's so mad at you, like,
you just disappeared.
You just disappeared.
Where'd you go? Just left her wondering, like, what is he doing?
Yeah, you just like, not ghosted, but you know, kind of.
Low-key ghosted.
Just
a little bit.
So I was like, nah, she's not gonna respond, but it's worth a shot. So yeah, I messaged her on Instagram and she didn't respond for an hour.
Slid in that DM real quick.
Yeah. She didn't respond for a few hours. I was like, okay, whatever, at least you tried. And then I was in the club. I still remember exactly where I was and what I was doing. I was in the club going ham. And then I feel my phone and then I look at it and it's a DM from her. And she's like, hey, like, how are you? I've been good, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, you can't, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, like I wasted no time. I was like, hey, do you want to go on a date and get some dinner or something? She said yes. And I was like, holy crap. And in my head, I was like, she's just saying yes so she can bail on you since you bailed on her.
Right.
I thought I was like payback or something, but no. I just remember I was like,
because I happened to become single again.
Yeah, she was single again too. So then I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Something was always keeping us apart. So I was like, something's gonna happen before the date, which I think was like a Friday night or something.
Yeah.
I was like, something's gonna happen right before the date. So yeah, every day we would talk and I was just waiting for it. Waiting for that text, hey, like, I can't go, or this came up. Yeah, just kidding. And then, my cat's right there. But anyway, Friday comes. Anyway, so Friday comes and then she texts me and I was like, here it is. Here it is, her saying like, hey, I can't make it, or I don't know, something like that. And no, she just told me she was ready. And then I immediately got super nervous and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. I haven't seen her.
I can't back out now.
Yeah, I can't back out. No.
Yeah.
I was like, it's been so many years. Like, I hope I don't know. I was just so nervous. I don't even know what I was thinking. I was just so nervous about seeing her again after so long.
Yeah.
And then I remember driving there and I get there and she opens the door and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. She's still so beautiful and just so amazing. And then I was talking to her mom for a little bit. We went out and the rest is history. It's the most perfect date ever.
It was so magical, so perfect. Everything about it was so perfect. But we're not going to get into that right now.
No.
For another video.
That's for another video. But the vibe, the food, the atmosphere, the people, the company, everything was perfect.
It was so perfect.
I don't know.
It was great.
It was just great.
But yeah, long story short, so this all happened because this lovely man over here was sponsoring an event and he didn't want to go, but his girlfriend at the time was like, you should probably go. So shout out to you. Thank you for this. And then work together, professional, life happens, went MIA, and now he's back.
Now I'm back. And we're finally together for good. But anyway, that sums up our story, guys. Figured we start from the beginning for our very first video so you guys can get to know us and how we met. We want to talk about actually about us and the ins and outs of us and our hobbies and who we are.
Yeah, who we
But that'll be for other videos. And if, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, please don't be afraid to leave them down below. We would love as many as possible so we can create content that you guys actually want to watch.
Exactly.
And
so you guys can eat your snacks and watch our videos because I know that's what I love to do.
Yeah. And we're going to do our best to be consistent with it. We're going to try to pop one of these out at least once a week. See how it goes. But we need your guys to help us share these videos. Like, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when we upload a new video.
Yes,
and share it with all your friends and family because we want to spread positivity and want to spread love and we just want to help you guys. And even if it's just for a little while, just to get your mind off of crazy day and crazy lives. That's what we want to do.
Exactly.
So please help us, guys. Don't forget, leave suggestions, subscribe, hit that bell notification to get notified for our next video.
Yes.
And we're gonna do some really cool, exciting, really produced video kind of stuff because if you guys don't know who she is and you've been living under a rock,
they'll figure it out later, but for now.
You guys will figure it out later, but she's amazing and super talented and No.
He's
But
ready to
anyway,
go.
guys,
Yes.
thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time, hopefully. Bye.
Bye.